Hello, Sonic movie fans, and welcome to episode 121 of the Sonic Movie Show, the only show that's about Sonic news, movie news, and Sonic movie news. And, in this instance, Sonic Movie 2 news. But we're not going to do the thing where we pretend it's a different podcast and we're on episode 4 or whatever. My name is Ethan, and with me here to the news, the moves, the booze, is Devin.
Work smarter, not harder.
Agreed. That is from one of the trailers for Sonic Movie 2, which, hey, that's what we're going to be talking about today. So, as the time of this recording, it's been a few weeks since the Super Bowl, the big football thing people watch.
And we're forgetting the other big news, too, that happened a week after that, too. That we're getting a third movie, and we're getting
that is right.
A Knuckles
completely forgot about all that stuff
on Paramount Plus.
It's been weeks since we've had news, and we've been saving episodes because we've had some stuff in the pipes that we just wanted to, A, make sure there isn't more news.
We didn't want to clog the pipe, you know what I mean?
Exactly. And B, make sure that we just do everything in a good order. So, let's talk about all this at Sonic Movie 2, 3, and Knuckles.
That's funny.
I know I also texted you 3 new posters for the movie. Mm-hmm. And one, like, there was a Sonic one, a Tails one, and a Knuckles one. And the Knuckles one, I'm pretty sure, just said "and Knuckles," or at least that's how they presented the poster in their tweet, which is cool. But yeah, so there was a few TV spots. There was like 3 different versions of a Super Bowl commercial for the movie, many of which reuses scenes from the original trailer and each other, which is fine. I don't necessarily want, 15 minutes of different stuff.
I mean, to be
completely.
fair, I feel like trailers now give away so much that I'm okay with them being like kind of close to the vest.
This movie it definitely has, for the most part, itself laid out in its trailers. We've kind of already guessed what the sequence is, but in any case, yeah, I don't know if you want to start with that or just the news of 3 and Knuckles.
Let's do it kind of like how it happened chronologically. Let's start with like the kind of new Super Bowl spots and whatnot. I mean, we knew that they had before the Super Bowl they had a campaign on Twitter, Sonic 2 movie sweepstakes, where if the coin toss was tails, like they were going to select 50 people or something.
50 people, and you know what happened with that? It was not tails, and then they waited till whatever day is exactly 50 days away from the movie, and then just said it's 50 days from the movie. We're going to pick 50 people to go see the.
Well, no, what they did was they dropped like another teaser, kind of like making reference that, hey, we didn't get it wasn't Tails, and I think they kind of made the one spot that was, I think it was trying to hype up Eggman a little bit, as if like he won.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool on Twitter.
Yep. Yeah. It was like a supercut Jim Carrey stuff. But in any case, yeah, there's a lot of scenes in this. We get some more Knuckles stuff. Knuckles is snowboarding with Sonic, confirmed. There is
they have a snowboard fight, SSX fight.
SSX tricky. My dudes were bringing it back. They actually did bring SSX back.
When?
And it died on PS3. It was just called SSX. It died.
Damn it, because the PS2 one's so good. First one.
And then there was that game Steep, which was essentially just, here's a giant mountain. You can snowboard, ski, do whatever. You're just on this mountain, do whatever you want. That died. And then that same studio made Riders Republic, which is apparently a very good game. And it's more than just that stuff. It's like BMX and dirt stuff. You can do dirt shit. Sonic also does dirt stuff. In the original Sonic game, you can burrow by spin dashing into some walls. That's how I tie it back over again. And Sonic, I don't think I've seen in any of these trailers him spin dashing, but you definitely see some stuff where he's bouncing off things and then also just running in a straight line really fast. I don't know. Is there any stuff you want to like point out in here? I mean, I don't feel like recapping like trailer by trailer.
I feel like a little bit closer now, and it looks like, or we think it's the Master Emerald. We don't think they're going to have shards. I know there's one idea that we've talked about is that will the diamond break or the emerald break and go to different locations, and that's why we kind of see like them in some different terrain. But I don't know anymore. I don't know if they are going to go on this big world adventure because it's supposed to take place in Montana, and there's mountains in Montana. Does all the snowboarding stuff just happen in like the mountain ranges? Them going to that little cabin, does that happen in the mountain range? You know what I mean? And it isn't in a completely different location, but still hard to tell. They could still go that route, but we got to see the Master Emerald, I believe, really close up, and I think it looks really cool. But yeah, it looks like Knuckles and Eggman directly meet up. We weren't sure about that either, I think, until these spots, if I remember correctly. That like he does reference, hey, Sonic meet Knuckles, but we weren't sure like at what point.
Is this coincidental?
Yeah.
You know, but is this... Yeah, there's that scene where he says, work smarter, not harder, and cute little Knuckles is at the bottom of the frame looking up at Eggman.
Yeah.
So very clearly, you could see, probably from the beginning of the movie, like we kind of predicted the movie either opens with Sonic or Eggman. But regardless, early on, Eggman goes through the temple and finds the emerald. Probably tricks Knuckles into leading him to it, I would imagine.
Yeah. Or maybe he's trying to get to it too, and he's like, oh, I'll help you, and then he's just going to betray him or something. I don't know.
Exactly. The synopsis definitely says that Eggman just tricking Knuckles, and I feel like that is evident, because Knuckles is a good guy. But why is he with Eggman? Yeah, and there's that one scene where Sonic and Knuckles go from the edges of the screen and clash, and it's like right in front of the Emerald too. I have a feeling that might be the climax. Maybe the Emerald is never taken. Maybe Eggman has a plan where if he realizes if he takes the Emerald, he's got Knuckles, and he knows Sonic is gonna go after him because that damn mech hedgehog, right? So maybe his plan is to trick them to kill each other, and then he could just take the spoils of war. Who knows? That could be the climax, or it's early on. It's tough to tell.
Yeah. Or it could be in the middle, too, for all we know. It could be like the middle part of the movie. But yeah, there isn't too much more, really, that I can, watching it now, again, really tell the difference from the first one we got. And like I said, I'm kind of okay with them not showing too much. But yeah, just more combat scenes, it looks like. And we see that there's a giant Eggman robot, which looks dope as fuck, and I'm excited to see that. The
giant Sonic 2 boss at the end that we kind of predicted maybe was part of it. And now thinking about that, and I don't mean to really cut you off, but I'm pretty sure that's the same scene when they're on the biplane and they're shooting all the missiles and stuff. They just purposely did not show that it's coming from the giant Eggman robot, which makes sense now if they wanted that to be a reveal. But I kind of wish they didn't show that in the trailer. That would have been a nice, cool thing to see revealed.
But I think it might look cooler once we see it in theaters.
It gets full scope and awe, maybe. One cute thing I liked, and this is only in one of these TV spots, the sister-in-law, Tom's sister-in-law, that does not like Sonic or Tom, has a quick line in one of these that says something like, now there's two of them, or it was something like that, and I'm pretty sure, oh yeah, because we think that's like a wedding or something, that they're at some sort of outdoor fancy event.
A wedding or a fancy
Sonic
event.
and Tails are there. Has to be.
Maybe they crash it in some way, and they're not supposed to be there. It kind of ruins her day again.
Yeah.
But yeah.
God, Tails looks so good in this.
They all look good. I think it looks better than when because I know, we talked about this, I think last time we talked about this, Sonic Movie 2 stuff, was that, they're color grading some of the scenes and whatnot, and, the colors do pop, especially on the mountain there, when Sonic and Knuckles are going down the mountain, they're so vibrant compared to the white background.
Yeah.
It does look very, fun and pretty.
Yeah, and then
it looks like the budget is better because his design just looks. We just watched the movie too. We just did our review on it. And I feel like it does look a little bit better too. So I think they added maybe more hair or maybe shine to. Which is
exciting. Well, there's that comparison between the Tails reveal at the end of the movie and then the same scene in this trailer, in one of these trailers, where Tails comes in, and it is a different model. He's fluffier. He's a little bit more yellow than he was before. Which is neat.
Yeah, they definitely look more fluffier. Like I said, it has a little bit more texture to the in their fur quills. But yeah, it just looks good, and their tail is a little plain too. Looks good, and it just looks cartoony enough, and it fits with everything else we see. I feel like they definitely learned more from their first movie, and it looks like they're just upping the ante on it, which is exciting.
Yeah. Speaking about hair, Agent Stone has a fine facial hair going on. It's so cut and trim.
Oh yeah, he's looking good.
Man's on point. I was never really a fan of the hard quills amongst the fur, so to speak, that Sonic had as a look going on, and I feel like that's more accentuated on Knuckles' design. But maybe it's just because there are brighter colors now that we're seeing it that I
also
feel like it's
raining
not nearly as
in a lot
bad.
of the shots that they're showing of them. So I feel like the rain kind of makes I think they're making like their quills like a wet dog,
Yeah.
will have that like, sharp look to them because their hair is absorbing the moisture so it doesn't, get to their skin and make them cold and shit. So it's kind of hard to tell, but yeah, I agree. I feel like they definitely went more fluffier and made them more almost like
That's what I
Detective
want.
Pikachu. Had that kind of fluff.
And that
on.
fucker was fluffy.
Yeah.
That dude was fluffy. They made toys of that guy. And I just want a little Tails. A little Knuckles. A little Sonic. A little stuffed fluffy thing. I don't want any hard pokey quills in there. One of the parts in the trailer that popped open for me more than I could have thought. So we saw the Eggman going through the temple stuff in the first trailer. This now later one kind of shows Sonic going through it too, which has to be obviously not the same time period. They are not racing to it. Two different, parts. But I think that obviously then climax with Knuckles and Sonic going at it. But yeah, Sonic runs through and he passes all the traps because he's just so fast.
Now that I'm watching it again too, because we both are having the video on repeat as we're talking here, just in case we miss something, because there's a lot going on that happens very quick. But like he's also running across the ocean to go to. It looks like the Master Emerald like light beam is shooting in the sky, so I'm guessing this is on an island too.
Angel Island, where Knuckles and the Master Emerald are. And I'm assuming.
Might be.
It'd be nice. It would be very nice. Yeah, we've already kind of predicted where we think, like the order of events for this movie. I feel like they're kind of laid open. But now with the whole Sonic and Knuckles clashing at the Emerald, that is an extra kind of location of like perhaps that's at the end, or, now that we see that the giant Death Egg robot is in the same scene where Sonic and Tails are introduced to each other, suggests that that's not the climax. That is much earlier, which is crazy to think about because that's a giant ass robot. That is the final boss in Sonic 2. Shouldn't that be the final? But maybe they're purposely trying to do these things, but not just do the things. Now here is my question for you. And this doesn't necessarily pertain to anything that we've been shown, but if they're willing to be like, oh yeah, no, there is the Death Egg robot in here. And oh yeah, there is the scene where Sonic and Knuckles will fight in front of the Chaos Emerald, Master Emerald, whatever emerald it is. Do you think that there's more scenes, like cool stuff like those that we haven't seen? Is there a chemical plant zone?
I would love Chemical Plant's my favorite zone, I think, out of the classic. I just love the music. I've always liked the design,
the pinks
of it.
and the purples and the yellows
and it's
and
just
the blues,
over the top, like just mechanical and industrial looking. I hope that there's a whole other like thing that they haven't shown yet. I want to go in this being surprised and being like, oh shit, like we're getting a whole other section. And like I said, we talked about like, is this more like Sonic Adventure where they're going to be traveling around the world? If anything, actually looking at that trailer, I think there must be maybe that one bar scene, I think for a half second the one guy has a flag on there. I don't know if it's the Russian flag. Maybe they go to freaking Russia. I have no idea.
Interesting.
So it makes me think that maybe there's still a chance. But like I said, I still think it might be just in the mountains in Montana. But like I said, they're showing so much quick glances, and I feel like compared to in the first trailer, they didn't show as much. They didn't even talk about San Francisco, I don't remember, in the first trailer for that movie. And we didn't know that they were going to go to San Francisco. But I hope they're not showing all their cards in this, that they're not showing everything that's in this in this movie, because a lot of trailers do that. Spider-Man did that basically. Were certain things not revealed? Sure, but like you knew the general settings that were going to be taking place. And I miss when trailers were just supposed to be a teaser, like the beginning of the movie, if anything. Like just show me the beginning of the movie.
So that Spider-Man trailer definitely did the thing where they showed spoiler scenes, but they CG'd out some parts in that scene so you don't see it. And then it's like, due to the spacing in this scene, well, it seems like it's obvious that the thing we all want to happen is happening. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe in that first trailer they CG'd out the giant Death Egg robot so it doesn't pop up in any of the corners of a frame, so they can have a clean Sonic and Tails biplane flying through for the original trailer, at least.
It's true. But yeah, there's a lot, I think we talked about everything here. I mean, I'm sure we can sit here all day and try to like nitpick everything.
And we will. Welcome to hour 40.
No, I'm trying to go back to that part where they're in the scene there because I want to see if that is indeed a Russian flag. But yeah, I mean this is getting me like now seeing this trailers and stuff, and then of course we're about to talk about potentially. Well, we already know now. We're getting a third movie. We talked about last episode in our last episode talking about Sonic movie stuff was we watched the director's commentary and how they made it seem like, hey, we don't know if we're gonna get sequels. And then when we were relating that to what we're getting now, we're like, oh, we're not gonna get an announcement for a third movie until after the second one releases. That was our guess, and we were wrong. That they're like, nope, there's gonna be a third one. We don't even care what the financial success of this one is. We're already
which is awesome
locked in. So I think that shows their confidence too, and I think that maybe that'll help them sell more tickets too. That like, hey, you're gonna want to see this because there's gonna be a third one. But yeah, it's exciting. I feel like it's crazy how quick this is coming up already. Like I feel like at one moment it felt very far away, and now it's feeling like, oh shit, it's less than a month and a half away that we're gonna be sitting in the theaters and then seeing this. And I'm actually getting hyped for it. And I'm not saying that because our show name is that. I'm actually kind of hyped for this after watching the director's commentary and seeing all the new ads and whatnot. We saw it in the Uncharted movie as a trailer. I saw it on the big screen, so I was like, "Oh yeah, it's coming! It's right around the corner." So
yeah,
still waiting for the scene to pop up, but I feel like that's generally all my thoughts on the trailer. But yeah,
I'm pretty hyped. I feel like nothing they've shown has changed my thoughts on it. It's just a little bit more on the things I liked in the previous trailer. Just now it's from slightly longer, from a different perspective, etc. Or just shown in a different like order, so it just feels new. But yeah, because we've watched these trailers quite a bit, and that first one quite a bit as well. I am hyped. It was in my showing of Uncharted as well. I am just excited to see the Tails and Sonic dynamic. I feel like they're definitely trying to show off Knuckles as like it's Sonic versus Knuckles, but it's the Sonic and Tails thing that I'm like the most excited about. That's what I'm that's what initially the movie was like kind of pitched to be like. So I'm hoping there's a lot of that.
So I just found the screen grab of it, or else we'll pull a screen grab from it. I'm pretty sure that's the Russian flag right there.
The white, blue, red?
Yeah, white, blue, red is the Russian flag, which I have another question. As the day of this recording, it's been a little over 24 hours since Russia invaded Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how that's going to go, if they're going to change that at all.
I don't think anything will be changed.
You don't think anything will be changed?
Nah.
Maybe... My thing is they'll get rid of they'll CG out the flag or something. Like they won't they'll mention it's Russia, but it won't be that'll be it. They're not gonna
There might be a couple instances like
they
where
do with France. Remember when he runs through Paris there, and they're they show the Eiffel Tower. The guy speaking French. He had the mime and all the stuff of France. I wonder if they'll be nope, this is just
I think it'll be something similar to that. I feel like at the very most, there is a line or two before there that says that that's where they're going, and they just take out that audio. It just says we're going there. You know what I mean? As opposed to saying that we're going to Russia at the most. But yeah, it's not going to be a big part of the movie or anything like that. They're going to go to this mountain. They're going to ask for directions. It's going to be
a big scene, who knows? But
yeah.
No, it's interesting. I just picked up on that. So maybe my hope is correct that they are going to go around the world. I think that'd be fun. That they're going to go on their plane and fly around, or use the rings to go around. I'm not sure.
You know what else goes around and around the calendar? And in I don't know how many years, 2 years, 1 year, we're getting a Sonic 3 movie, and a Knuckles focused Paramount Plus television show, which means
I feel like we mentioned in the last time we talked about this, I feel like we made a joke about it being there's no way that we'll ever get.
You said you said a shadow show, and I was like,
okay.
No, there's no way.
Okay.
But something Knuckles, I'm okay, fair enough. I am interested to see what it will be. Is it before this movie? Is it after this movie? What is it? Is it okay? That is the Master Emerald. Their fight at the end causes it to shatter. The Knuckles show is him hunting down piece by piece, one per episode.
You get, let's say, 8 episodes. You get 8
something
shards
like that.
Yeah. And they're like 40
something
minutes.
like that. Yeah. Something like that. I mean, is it going to be the same quality of animation? I, honest to God, doubt it. It'll be downgraded in some capacity, but are they even going to try to be similar? Is it going to be 2D? That would be weird if it would be 2D. It's got to be 3D. Full action. Live action.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it's going to go. And it's so hard to tell when we haven't seen the second one yet.
Right.
And also the third one, at least confirmed Sonic will not die in the second one.
It's called Sonic the Hedgehog, so it has to be. I'm going to call it, I've called it before, called it again, Shadow the Hedgehog. Or, if they're really trying to plan it out, which by saying they're making a TV show and a third movie before the second movie comes out, they are obviously looking at the long haul, could most likely be Metal Sonic as the focal villain point. Now, you could argue how many of these Sonic movies are going to be Sonic versus a similar version of himself. Knuckles is billed as that in this movie. Metal Sonic is obviously that. Shadow is obviously that. At the same time, I don't fucking care. That's Sega's problem. They made too many damn things like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We get to capitalize off of it. Give me a Metal Sonic focused villain movie. Give me a Shadow the Hedgehog starring Timothy Clemente from Dune and the Xbox 360 controller modding videos. You know? Give me those. You know, I want Sonic 45 to be a Batman Beyond situation where Sonic is so old and he's training the new and upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog, you know?
But it's a person.
It's a man.
It's a human being, a 38-year-old dude who works in accounting.
I'm fast.
Job. Yeah, but he has this like superpower and he's fast. He's just teaching the Flash. Yeah, it's so hard. I don't want to like really guess what they're going to be without seeing the second one. Maybe after we see the second one, maybe a couple episodes after we do our review and whatnot, we can kind of discuss guessing what the third movie will be. And maybe like it will be, maybe like the end credits or something will be a hint at what the Knuckles show will be.
Oh, right.
Maybe, well, do we know if the Knuckles show is coming out before the third movie, or is it going to be after that? Because if it's going to be in between, maybe it's supposed to be a filler for the third one. Maybe it leads to something, but Sonic's not directly involved yet. So maybe that's a possibility.
Let's take a look, shall we? This was written on my birthday, February 16th. That's right, that the news was broken on my birthday. Happy birthday to me.
Yeah,
let's see.
Waited for you.
Paramount Plus, Sonic Movie 3 is officially in development from Paramount Pictures and Sega. Plus, next year, a new original Knuckles series with Idris Elba is coming to Paramount Plus. Sonic Movie 2 hits theaters April 8th. So, this is definitely saying that the show is next year, and the movie has no date, which suggests to me it's not next year. They'd have to be working pretty damn
Probably
fast to make another one right away. Yeah, every 2 years for a Sonic movie, and the Knuckles TV show's next year. Well, there you go. That honest to God cements it further in my brain that the main plot of the movie is done and said, but that Emerald got shattered and Knuckles is hunting down the shards.
So that's your bold early prediction.
As my bold early
hard
prediction.
For me to give one outside of that because like I feel like that's pretty good. The only thing I can think of is that like Knuckles just has his own adventure that they just want to tell, and it's going to be an original idea, and we just can't think of it yet because we don't have any details. But I do like the idea of him searching for emerald pieces, and you maybe do a deeper for Death Chamber, a Pumpkin Hill, and all that, like into an episode somehow. Maybe he meets characters along the way that help him, that are original, like ones that we haven't seen in the games. That like maybe there's a Pumpkin Man that he befriends in Pumpkin Hill, and which would be up my alley, and he's like, I'll help you get the emerald.
You know what would make Sonic fans, being general here, really upset? So they're starting down the path of making so many Sonic movie stuff. You know what I mean? Really doing it. But you get to your Knuckles thing, and it's what you said, and it's all original Sonic furry characters that they made in the movie and the show. And they're never doing Shadow. They're never doing Vector the Crocodile or Big the Cat. Amy Rose? Who the fuck do you know? We have Taquita the Chinchilla. We're just making up fuckers at this point for this movie. Be like, nah.
That'd be kind of funny. But if they're good enough, then who cares, right? Well,
Yeah, I mean, I've never read any of the Sonic comics, but there's like a million of those fuckos.
I bet. Well, I mean, there's like a whole civilization, right, that we just don't know about, of echidnas and hedgehogs and cats. Is Amy a cat? Supposed to be
Amy's a hedgehog.
She's a hedgehog.
Yeah.
Is there a cat?
Big the cat.
Is that Big the cat? There's gotta be more of him out there.
Yeah, where's Froggy? Froggy, voiced by Duke Nukem. What's her name? Blaze the cat. She was from the Nintendo DS game Sonic Rush, and she was in Sonic 06, and that is not a bad game. So therefore, she's considered one of the okay characters because she hails from a not bad game. That makes sense. She's purple. That's all I really know.
That's cool.
And she's also fast.
Yeah, kind of like dilutes Sonic a little bit. That everyone else is fast. Like you're not special anymore unless you're fastest. You're the fastest. I don't know. Faster.
Metal Sonic is faster than Sonic. They make that a thing. That's why it's so dangerous. Shadow is Sonic's equal and rival, so they can't make him slower or faster. Silver the Hedgehog, he don't run at all. He walk.
Does he ride a surfboard?
No, he walk.
He's not the Silver.
I mean,
Surfer.
he can run. He just runs like a person.
Gotcha. Speaking of Silver Surfer, what if that's the ending of Sonic, the Sonic movie 2? Is it cuts to a cloud in the stars, and you see a shadow of Galactus, but straight from the Fantastic Four movie.
Never saw those.
You never saw the 2005 starring Chris Evans as Human Torch, which I always forget that he was in technically a Marvel thing beforehand. Yeah, at the end of the second one with the Silver Surfer, like it cuts to, like the end credit was like a big cloud or whatever, and you just see the shadow of Galactus, like he coming. And then they just never, and obviously they never made more.
He's still coming.
Well,
who knows? With all the Marvel
let's do it.
multiverse
Let's have
bullshit.
Him in Sonic. Why can't he be? I feel like it's a good nemesis. That's bigger than Eggman. It's a planet eater or whatever, right?
Yeah, but Eggman has like a death planet.
Maybe they have to team up. Fight Galactus.
Remember when Sonic was tortured on the moon for 6 months?
Yeah. But they kind of like they quickly
good times.
Good times.
Yeah.
Will he be
just
tortured
thrown
in this
in
movie?
the washing machine. I would love that, honestly. It's for the crime since he tried to kill a whole bunch of people in Seattle. Yeah, okay. I'm excited for all this stuff, obviously. Now here's my question for you. And we kind of already said this, but really trying to make it a segment now. Where were you before on the hype level?
Oh, then we're going back to the
versus
Sonic movie
9
to
hype level. Yeah,
hype level, hype stock market.
There's no stock market because you can't sell or buy, and it's all a sham. This is real.
Okay.
Where's your hype level at?
I think before it was around when we first got the trailer. I think was the last time we did it, and I think I was around a good 70 or 80, if I remember correctly. Probably wrong. And now getting more of these trailers and seeing it in before Uncharted, and knowing that it's technically a little over a month and a half away, it's getting close to the 90 range. It's hard to kind of not be hyped, but I think the only thing that can make it go up is if probably the week before, when once we reserve seats, that. I think that's when I'm gonna be hell yeah.
Okay.
I feel and then I think 99.9 or 100% is when you're actually sitting there and you're just waiting. You wait. You're waiting for Galactus.
that's where we're different because I'm already at 99%.
Oh damn!
I'm honestly very excited for this movie. This is in a dangerous level because I got 2 months? Oh, a month and a week.
You don't want to go too much power. To
exactly.
99.9%.
I feel like I'm edging right now. I'm right on the edge there.
You just want to.
If they show another trailer and Shadow pops up, I might just get knocked out before the movie. I might be unconscious when this movie comes out.
You're gonna wake up in a coma. And I'm gonna be like, bro, there's an 8th movie.
What? Yeah, dude.
And then you go back into a coma because you're like, no way. Yeah, there's Shadow 2. Shit.
Fuck. They made a new Shadow the Hedgehog game to celebrate it. It's a marketing tie-in.
It's actually Game of the Year.
He shoots lots of guns this time.
You liked Elden Ring? Well, guess what? You can be... It's like Elden Ring, but it's Shadow. It's dope.
Elden Ring, but it's Shadow the Hedgehog is... a mod I want now for the
like
PC
get it on
version.
PC and just.
I want them to replace. I don't know how this would be so hard. I get it. Replace the entire character and its mechanics in Elden Ring and replace it with the Shadow the Hedgehog character and its mechanics from the game. I just want to play Shadow the Hedgehog in the Elden Ring world.
Can't you make your own character in that game? I think so.
Yeah, a person. Right? You can't make Shadow the
Hedgehog.
Hedgehog.
Find a way. Make him to a Shadow the Hedgehog.
You know, I'm going to be streaming that game.
You're going to make.
Are you going to try to make Shadow the Hedgehog now? Okay. Anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, it's just kind of there's this. I feel like we got a lot, but we also don't at the same time, and I like that we don't have too much.
Yeah.
I know on the Sonic the Hedgehog subreddit, I've been lurking in there, and I see that there's toys coming out, and people are grabbing the graphics off the packaging to just get hyped, be like, oh, here's Tails riding a plane or whatever. Yeah, I'm just
toys always spoil so much.
Yeah, I wish they would wait.
There's Doctor Strange toys that are spoiling the movie. They're like, oh yeah, here is this character, and I'm like, oh, okay, that character is in the movie. Yeah, it's not cool at all. I mean, they kind of did that with Spider-Man. It was like, here is him in this new suit. It's like that's not really a spoiler, but because it's just Spider-Man, and they obviously were going to make a new suit so they can make more toys, Yeah. But it's like, oh, this is this person. I'm like, oh. Okay, so if there's a Shadow the Hedgehog toy, or if there's a Metal Sonic toy that gets leaked, I'm gonna be upset.
I'm upset.
It's easy to mute hashtags and stuff on Twitter. How am I gonna mute toys?
Hashtag toys.
Or just go on a media blackout till April 8th.
Then we can't even do the show though, because we won't know if
we just make it up. We gotta assume everyone else is too.
There's still a chance The Rock's in it. Just saying, he is Metal Sonic, for all we know.
Oh my God, The Rock. All right, this has been a fun episode of the Sonic Movie Show, a show you can find every week on Twitch. No.
We're not on Twitch.
On a variety of podcast services. We are not on Twitch. We are on YouTube, though. At Sonic Movie Show on Twitter. Let us know what you think about all of these shorts. I know we came in a little bit past their surprise factor, but at the same time, want to make sure that there wasn't any new news. Let us know what you thought about them all.
There's going to be one
oh, for sure.
on Saturday morning or whatever, and last minute is fuck, but whatever. If it is, we'll get to it.
Yeah. I'm on Twitter at Ethan Absolutely. Devin is on Twitter at CursonaFun. TikTok is Sonic Movie Show.
Yeah,
Sonic
at
Movie Show.
Sonic Movie Show. And Knuckles is at Knuckles. Or at Idris Elba.
I would love if Idris Elba changed his Twitter handle to and Knuckles. At and Knuckles.
At and Knuckles.
Yeah.
Permanently,
all right.
Even after the movie.
We'll see you next week for another episode. Goodbye.
Au revoir.